Hello everybody, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James and today we're doing an overview on the Bancroft Scharnhorst. This is a World War I class German cruiser, and this one that you see before you is one of two options of this we have available. This one is in the peacetime colors, so you get the yellow stacks, most of the yellow highlights, white and red, or we also, as you'll see in photos here, we have the military version. Around the start of World War I, it would have been painted up in the usual grays and red that you see here. Both immaculately detailed, and what I love about all the Bancroft warships like this, not only do they have great size, this one is 53 inches, so it's almost my wingspan here, you know, nice and large, but the amount of detail work and fittings and such on this boat, especially this one in particular, are just primo, compared, second to none, if you will. What you're going to see with a lot of the scale details, like if you take a look at the forward deck or the aft deck, like a lot of, obviously you get the real wood decking itself, a lot of the railings and a lot of the pieces up top, they're brass and painted already. When you pull it out of the box, and we did that on a live show here, it comes with the masts and the rigging all pre-assembled. You don't have to do any work either. That's what's great. It comes with an included ready-to-run transmitter because the receiver ESC already pre-installed. You've just got to provide your own AA batteries for the transmitter, and then also in the box you're going to get a 2800 2S LiPo with an XT60 connector on it and a charger for that LiPo, which takes about 20-30 minutes to charge up if you ever run it down. But that's going to run this boat in the lake here, as you're going to see from this footage. You could get a good 20 minutes on a battery if you were going full throttle, and for these scale warships, you never need to go full throttle. When you do go full throttle with the motors provided, she's not going to be sailing very scale. And you can see here, when I give it full throttle, that's what it's capable of. So it's nice that you have that option if you want to, but most guys are going to drive it around quarter throttle, maybe half throttle. And on the transmitter itself, you could lower the rate. So even if you give the transmitter full throttle, it will never reach, the motors will never spin to what their potential is. But out of the box, you do have that potential if you want to, but again, it's proportional. So just bring your throttle up to a quarter, and she's gonna move around the lake, pool, wherever you're gonna be taking this for her voyages. She's gonna do it beautifully and beautifully scaled. It was so nice for us to see it, to see a ship out there that was again in some nice peacetime colors. It really stood out against the lake, and you know, with this ship in particular, with the big mass and all the rigging, it really is a sight to behold up close. So just taking a look around, some of the other things you get in the box, the two cannons that are on the front and the back, they easily come off. They don't glue on or anything, so they're separate in the box. You just have to put those in. But what they provide when you take them off, the one towards the aft portion of the boat, you have access to your servo. There's one servo in there that's going to drive the rudder back and forth. So if you ever need to swap that out, you could get in there. And the front one, it's just both of them really are ways to get ballast inside. We made a video of how to ballast these boats, just one of many options to do it. But I used about almost 10 pounds of BBs in this ship. Basically, a lot in the back, a lot in the front to get this thing to ballast properly in the water. So she has a lot more weight after you ballast her than she does coming out of the box. But again, looking around, just the detail work. I mean, even the paint jobs on the top of the stacks, to the rigging, to all the brass little deck pieces, the lifeboats. Some of them have steam stacks on them, which is really cool. All the guns, you can manipulate the guns on the sides. They will turn, and you know, if you want to turn them manually, of course. But the flags are all pre-assembled. And again, just all around a beautiful, beautiful ship. Now, if you want to get inside this boat, the only things you're going to have to do is disconnect two of the riggings that you're going to see here. The one on, the one between the first stack to the second stack, and then the one from the back mast, the aft mast, to the last stack comes off. And then if you want to just have an extra, you know, bit of, because I could take the canopy, is manipulated by just magnets that are going to hold on there. So I can pull that out like that. But if you want to make sure you don't break anything, you can also detach this piece of rigging across the top too, which is going to give you more space. But you never have to detach the top rigging at all, which is nice. But again, this just comes off with some magnets. You could put that down to the side, and then you could take a look inside, and you're going to see the 3-drive motor system pre-installed. You're going to see the ESC with the on-off switch right where you need it, and the receiver all pre-installed on one side. And then it's up to you again. When you ballast this, put in the battery first, find out where you want to have the battery location. What I like to do is I'll put the boat in, in a tub or in a pool, watch how it wants to lean, and then put the battery to try to get it to balance side to side first, and then start adding your real ballast to get it to sit. Because when you put this boat, the ship, into the water without any ballast, I don't even know if your screws go down in the water. It's pretty light as far as that goes, because it's a pretty tall boat. So you're going to want to get some ballast in there to start bringing it down to that to the line here. The black line is where about you want to have the water line on the ship itself. But again, the hull is all molded in fiberglass, the brass etching work. It really is a beautiful, beautiful ship. And whether you get it in this color scheme or the military color scheme, I think you're really going to enjoy it just for its presence. It's got a really good presence. Reminds me more of like the Titanic, again, with all the masting work, just being an old-timier ship, if you will. Now, when you're done getting inside, so very easily, you just plop your canopy right back down. The magnets catch it well, and then you just have to attach now the 3 riggings that I took off. So first one attaches to here. Second one was from this part. You attach that there, and then the third one is just the one that goes across the middle, and that is going to attach nice and easy right to there. So there you have it, guys. Now again, out in the water, there's not much to it. All you really have is throttle and rudder control. That's it. And as I said earlier, quarter throttle is going to be perfect for this, maybe half throttle just driving around, and the rudder action works very well. She can also go in reverse too, so if you find yourself heading towards some piece of debris or something you didn't notice, or you want to back out, you can definitely reverse the throttle and she will go backwards to help you out there. But again, driving around is just a pleasure. She looks great. And for anybody that just has a lake spot like we do, come out there with a lounge chair, sit down, have your ships in the water. It is a really beautiful thing, part of RC that I'm really starting to enjoy to sail these things around, because they really look magnificent. And if there's anyone around at the lake or anything, you're always going to get compliments on it, because most people have never seen anything like these before. And the fact that it works in the lake makes it all the more cool as well. And then when you're done, driving it around or sailing it around, you could plop it up right here on top of a mantle, put it in your workspace, and it's going to be a beautiful scale model as well, just from the ground up. But guys, if you have any more questions on this beautiful Bancroft model or any other ones, please drop them in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out the door. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching Motion RC. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.